Today we're having a tour around College Square and later College Square Station. This place used to be a raider stronghold under the command of Ricca. In recent times, however, the raiders have been pushed out by a horde of ferals. Now, where did they come from? We're not entirely sure. Some speculate they could have came from the underground station itself. Others, they just were attracted to the location. I like the idea of wandering feral hordes because Wildwood Cemetery shows you that they clearly exist. The Kowalski shelter will be our first port of call here. Unlocking it with the bobby pin will give you a nasty surprise. Always a high level ghoul, in this case a reaver, so be very careful. Another novice door in the little diner here, which will gain us access into the bathroom. Get yourself a little first aid kit. Explore the remainers of the diner. This person won't need the gold watch to tell the time anymore, so be sure to take it off their hands. Get yourself lots of good food while you're here, and you can see there's actually a bit of a gas leak, so be careful firing a shot in here. It may ignite everything. Going into the next building here, this little 3-story building would have contained the bedrooms for many of the raiders here. You can find first aid sitting about, some of their hulls. And again, the raiders don't need any of that anymore, so walk on over, grab the stash from this little skeleton here who is a raider that was probably eaten, mostly. Another dead raider over here. We've got a nice steamer trunk full of goodies. You'll have to fight around 20 ghouls just in the starting area here. A lot of them are over there, and there's even more when you go over to the Cambridge police station. Bear that in mind. Ammo and a few more raiders over here, and watch out. There's a lot of frag mines leading into College Square from multiple directions, which either some good Samaritan put in to keep the ghouls away, or it shows you that the raiders had these mines in place and there was just that many ghouls that they were just so overwhelmed that their mines are still there. The ghouls left wandering about, eating away at the remains. Lots of booby traps. The raiders weren't messing about here. Ricca had this place on lockdown. It was a very popular travel spot for caravans until she upped her toll price, but we'll see more on that when we actually find the remains of Ricca. If you're running through here and you've a ranged weapon, you can walk up here and do a kind of Fallout or a Walking Dead style attack on all the ghouls. Some of them will run away out of your sight and not let you attack them. They're pretty devious, those ones. Moving on to the bus, you'll find even more ghouls. Now, these ones may not awake with all the commotion. You might have to walk onto the bus first for them to actually activate. There's a raider in here. And if we move up to the top, more ghouls. More ghouls up at what appears to be some sort of therapist's office. Now, this is an advanced locked door that you could access via the catwalk out the back here. Now, one thing I will note here is if we switch into camera mode, and I imagine at some point, the way these are laid out, it looks like you should have had an object to jump up onto the roof, and then you would have got this little wooden crate over here. Now, if you venture a little ways north, you'll find this little lift. Going up the lift will grant you access to the freeway, to the hanging vertibird, and to a suit of power armor. Very useful location to remember, especially when you're dealing with the likes of College Square itself here. Another unmarked location's really awesome is the Red Rocket Station due east that has a sniper rifle up on the roof, as well as a little bed and some explosive and meds to keep you alive. Beware of the random encounter underneath, though. It can be sometimes quite deadly. Now, there's a few more buildings that we want to look at before we dive right into the station here. And one final note is if you fly all the way over here back to the Kowalski shelter and you go into this little place, be careful. There's some bottle cap mines. Just one in the middle. The other two are free to take. But this has killed me more times than I would care to admit. The ghouls, if left to their own devices, they will kill themselves. They will walk into cars, into the minefield, and they'll slowly go boom. As you can see. Right. Back to our daily scheduled wandering, as my Batman would say in Fallout London. We can exit on out of here. Moving over to our next building. More raiders, more mines, and another fancy looking store here. You can kite the ghouls quite well, and if you take them building by building, they shouldn't clog up into a massive horde for you to deal with. Sadly, oh no, the sleeping bag is available. Awesome. Cooler has some ammo. Love it. Alright, so there's two little kiosks here. This one contains a racetrack advertisement which will give you the location of Easy City Downs. There's a novice lock safe before heading over to the larger kiosk building. And here you get some more pre-war money. Lots of newspapers and ghouls just sitting around doing not all that much. On to the main course of... The main course? Yeah. This kind of pub looking structure. Moving up, the raiders had lots of sleeping bags. If you just go off the sleeping bags alone, the raider force here was maybe 30 to 40. It was a lot of them. Now, Ricca is found dead over here. Let's have a little read of the toll. Ricca's toll note. Alright, new tolls, 10 caps for farmers and children, 30 for mercs, 50 for traders, 80 for wagons, 200 caps for the Minutemen. They obviously didn't want them here. Don't tangle with gunners or the freaks in power armor, let them through, but keep an eye on them. Shoot synths on sight. So the freaks in power armor must have been referring to Dance's squad, because there's no one really in the Commonwealth with power armor, other than maybe the occasional raider or gunner. And considering the gunners have been mentioned, these guys are raiders. It makes you wonder that College Square was only recently overrun, and that is why Cambridge Police Station is currently under attack. So maybe if you rolled the clock back maybe like little over a week, Dance's squad had just rolled through and the raiders were like, here, we're not going to deal with them. It would have been cool if Dance had mentioned about the raiders here in his logs, but they don't get a saying at any point. They say they've seen raiders and they've fought them, but that's about it. Now, if we have the choice here of dropping down into either side, we'll go to the middle route here. A little bathroom, not too much going on, and a storage room full of, well, I'll say full. It's got some junk going for it. Right to the bottom here, you have a little makeshift bomb. Be careful. Don't let it go off. Unlock the safe. Grab whatever money you can out of the pre-war register. You can jump through the hole here, and this is where you'll see Dance engaged with the rest of the ghouls. And then this appears to be some sort of store that sold refrigerators, ovens, and washer dryers. Washer machines. Nice. There's an expert lock safe in there. And the only other thing that I should have mentioned, that I didn't when we were up there, is that if you go across, there's a raider land on top of the kiosk with some ammo. 2 ammo boxes, which if you have Scrounger, will get you quite the heap. Now, let's head into College Square Station. Once you're inside the station itself, you'll find plenty of dead ghouls. It seems that the remaining raiders that were forced into this area gave them a good fight. Not that good a fight though, because they're all dead. Ooh, 5 missiles and an ammo box. Now that is a good bit of luck. Although I love the 4 fusion cores just as much. A few more raiders, and we'll actually find some named ones later on. There's a magazine as well that we're gonna get, as well as the key if you are unable to unlock the expert lock door over here. Going to the end of the female cubicle, you can find a skeleton with a teddy bear and a baby rattle at the toilet. Unsure what's going on there, but given how grim the universe of Fallout is at times, you maybe don't want to know. Alright, looking over here, we can find lots of mouldy food, but some money in the cash registers. You can find a few more ghouls, and this monkey will alert them if you let him. Be very careful. There's an insane amount of buff out here. 3 buff out, loads of first aid. Things you just love to see. Radaway and Radex underneath as well. At this point you have a choice. You can go either to the east or to the west. It doesn't matter too much, but this door is expert locked, so if you can get it, fantastic. If you can't, that's no worry. Just bear with me and I will show you the key that you can get later on. Perfect. Live, laugh, love. Or well, live and love. This one means your companions permanently inflict 5% extra damage, which, Who doesn't want that? Get yourself a subway token if you're activating this as a subway stewardess, and you can grab a bit more money. Activate the Protectron. It will start taking out the ghouls for you. There's more than one of them around, so let's go find them. Heading down the western side. Some cases this is where you'll run straight into the ghouls, so you know, you might want to go to the east if you want a safer path. Use the security terminal here to activate the next Protectron before heading back into the tunnels here. The main storage room, and usually the enemy that you need to kill, is actually just located over here. If you have a little look around, you can get a lot of junk when you're here. This is the College Square station key. That'll unlock that expert door if you're here at a lower level, or you haven't got the ability to pick a expert lock. Quite useful if you want that magazine. Steamer trunk, and that ghoul's running about. And then there's also this advanced door. I don't know if it activates that advanced door. It might. Yeah, turns out it's going to open every door, which means it totals of opening 2, which isn't too bad. Now you can find Tad here, and you can find Corpse, who I presume actually was meant to have a different name. But you can pick up the Quantum, Bottle Cap Mine, and everything else over here. Now let's hop over that ghoul into the train. Little novice suitcase. Before coming right to the end here, you can find another ghoul eating yet another raider, and well, apparently I wanted to join him. Didn't want to feel left out. Delicious. Hopping over him, you can see the rest of the tunnels here are all blocked out, so they really had no way to go from their final stand. And the ghouls, well, ghouls are very good at just hunting you down and making you have a very, very bad day. Oh, is that a raider lying dead over here as well? Yes, another one. With 2 ammo boxes, if you've got the Scrounger perk, this place is a gold mine. You'll have to expend a lot of ammo though, because there's no way to make omelets without breaking a few eggs, so these ghouls gotta go. The Protectron, however, can do a lot of heavy lifting for you. The key will also open this door for you, getting you a first aid kit. Rest of this train can't be accessed, and we'll have a little read of the journal we just picked up. This brings you back round into a complete loop, and you've completely explored College Square Station and College Square. Now let's have a read of the note that we picked up. The journal scrap. We can piece together what was going on here. Ricca's dead. Only a couple of us made it inside. We can't hold the entrance. There was just too many. Only way we could go was down. We'll hold up for a few days, wait for the ghouls to move on, and then get the hell out of here. Obviously, that didn't happen at all. So, now that you've seen everything here, sure to call in here. This could be a pretty good weapon from time to time. It's a little random though. So where is College Square to cap things off? It's just north of the Cambridge Police Station, south of the town of Lexington. Follow the freeway, and it's a very large place. It's very hard to miss. The College and Administration buildings beside that red rocket that we looked at, and then Mass Gravel and Sand occasionally has a legendary mole rat early on that you can get a good legendary ad. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next one.